Hey, everybody. Today, I want to come to you with a topic that I think is extremely relevant and, more than that, really important for you to understand and position yourself so that you can get ready as a business owner. And we're talking about recession. A recession is when there is a general decline in economic activity over a long period of time. And that can be really scary as a business owner. So today's podcast episode is called Recession Proofing Your Small Business. So stick around.
You're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast.
Welcome to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast. And now your host, Meliss Jakubovic.
So depending on what country you are in, you may be experiencing a recession. Where I am in the US, we are in the middle of a recession. Some people may be saying we are heading towards a recession. It really depends on who you speak to. But one thing is for sure, the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic has caused a lot of crazy fluctuations in our economy. And as a small business owner, that can be really scary because people may not be spending as much money as they used to, which can directly affect your sales. So we want to talk about how to prevent ourselves from getting affected in a negative way from a recession. And the good news is that some of you will succeed through this and others of you won't, but that really is dependent upon how you position yourself now. So if you're positioning yourself properly, then you should be good to go. The very first thing that I wrote in my notes is don't panic. If you panic, you end up going way out of line with your discipline, your financial decisions. Maybe you're flipping things around that you normally wouldn't have done within your business. And that can be really scary because, as you know, and I've talked about in many podcast episodes, that when we have a lot of variables and we change a lot of them at the same time, we don't know what is and what isn't working and why. So we want to change little things one at a time and test it so that we can say, we changed this thing, this A thing, and now we can test and see how things are going. If that doesn't work, now we can change this B thing and test it and see. But if you're changing everything at once, you don't know what is and isn't working. And then things can go topsy-turvy really, really quickly. So this isn't the time to panic. This isn't the time to go crazy. In fact, this is the time to stay really focused. And the truth is that if you stay really focused and you continue with your money generating activities and you're continuing to feed your business, then your competitors are the ones that are going to get pushed out. So you want to stay very disciplined in your business. Don't go crazy. Just continue staying the path. Continue doing your money generating activities. And the people who are not doing that, your competitors who are not as strong and are not as disciplined as you are going to fall to the wayside. So if you don't want to be one of the competitors who fall to the wayside, now's your time to step up. Now's the time to double down. Some people get really scared. They feel the fear like it's coming at them strong, and they make crazy decisions. Or they feel defeated right away and they stop running their business altogether. Like, oh, the recession's here. No one's going to buy from me. So I might as well not try as hard because no one's buying. And the truth is, people are still buying things. People still need help. And you have a service that provides that help. So don't make this blanket statement that because there's a recession coming or we're in the middle of a recession, people aren't buying things, because that's not true. Now's your time. Instead of feeling that fear and quitting or just feeling defeated, now's your time to go in even more. And you might have to work a little bit harder to receive the same results that you were used to. In fact, in 2020, when other businesses were closing, my business actually boomed because people needed help with running a business online. And so different waves of life, different environments, depending on what your service is, it's going to fluctuate with the environment, with the economics, with the belief systems of the people that you're serving. So don't just make a blanket statement that nobody is buying, and realize that, in 2020, when things were booming for me, things were easy. It was super easy for me. And now I have to work a little bit harder. I need to put a little bit more effort in to get the same results. So if you're willing to show up and do that and roll your sleeves up to stay the course, then now's the time to do that. If you're going to freeze and you're going to let the fear take over you, you will not be here at the end of the recession standing strong. So that's about over delivering. That's about providing a service and giving a lot of it away for free and not being scared to do that. It's about giving the value now so that you can continue to stay strong throughout this recession and be the last one standing at the end. So the people who are not giving away free value, the people who are just half-assing it, they're not going to be here at the end. But the people who are always serving the whole way through and keep providing value along the way, those are the people that will still be here at the end. And just realize that you're not alone. Everyone is going through this together. So if you feel like I'm alone and my business isn't working and the recession is killing me, just realize that everybody is going through a recession at the same time. Everyone is having to pivot a little bit, think a little bit outside of the box, and serve people where they are. So you're not alone, and it's okay if things aren't going as great as they were 2 years ago. And that's how business is. Sometimes things are going to go great for a couple of years, and then it's not. It's kind of like a pendulum. So like a seesaw, when things tip too much to one scale, they have to tip back just to even them out and have balance. And that's what we're doing now. We are balancing out where we were because we tipped too far to one end. So just getting back into the balance is part of life. So if you think of it that way, it's not necessarily a negative thing. It's just another way of doing things.
I'm inviting you to join Marketing with Intention, the only program focused on helping healers and coaches just like you get consistent leads to fill your calendar with no ad spend. This is my hands-on coaching experience to enhance your marketing and increase your income. Let's get you more clients. In Marketing with Intention, you'll have the strategy, systems, and support to see massive results from me and my top coaches with opportunities to get help every single day. Join us at marketingwithintention.com.
So one thing you need to know how to do as a business owner, and this goes for recession time or not recession time, is you need to know how to bring money into your business. If your business is not making money, you have an expensive hobby. It's really important that you know how to bring money into your business. And if you don't know how to do that, then you really need to get help to learn how to do that right away. And that should be your main priority. You want to be able to stay your ground. You want to be the expert in your industry. You don't want to shut down during the recession. If that sounds like you and you don't know how to bring money in consistently into your business, now's the time to get into a program that will help you grow and help you sustain that growth over time so that you're able to work hard on the things that matter the most. And you'll be on top. You'll be seen by the people who need you. And so when things settle down and that pendulum kind of finds that happy medium, that seesaw has tipped back into balance, you will be here standing strong. So it's really important that you know how to bring money into your business. Now, talking about business and money, let's talk about those numbers. As a savvy business owner, you need to know your numbers. And it's not just like, yeah, I got a payment here, blah, 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 la-di-da. You really need to know your numbers. You need to know all of your data. You need to know all of your finances. You need to know how much money comes in every month, how much money goes out every month. And this is something that you should be keeping track of all the time. I talk about this a lot inside of my Marketing with Intention program, and I even give systems and strategies to be on top of your numbers. You cannot run a successful online business, or really any business, if you don't know your numbers. And I know a lot of people in my audience are coaches and healers, and we're very much in the feminine energy side. So when you hear this, I need to know my numbers, you kind of cringe because that's very masculine. But the truth is, in order to run a healthy business, you need to have both feminine and masculine energy, and you need to be balanced in both. So just like we're trying to find balance here with the seesaw of the economics. We need to find balance within our business. So if you're cringing when I say you need to know your numbers, then you need to know your numbers even more than the next person. So it's really important that you keep track of your money, you know all the data, you know all the numbers, you know all the statistics, so that you can keep on top of things and make decisions from there, because data doesn't lie. So when you know your numbers and you know your accounting and you know your finances, now you can make decisions about what you want to do with your money. So I do accounting every single week, once a week, and I recommend you do that as well. And then you can pull some money aside and make a business emergency fund, just like you would make a personal emergency fund, so that if your tire blows, you have some money to take out. You want to do that with your business as well. So every time you get paid, you put a little bit aside, and that becomes your business emergency fund. So that if you don't get a client once in a while, then it's not the end of the world. Your business is still feeding you a salary. So because there's so much competition in the world and there's lots of competitors, there's more than just one life coach or one spiritual healer. There's millions of them. You have to be able to stand out from the crowd. And in a recessionary period, that can be a little bit more challenging. So it's really important that you stand up and you become that market leader. You need to be able to really understand what your customers are thinking and believing more than ever before. So you understand what they need, and you understand that what you provide is what they need, and on a very deep level. So what are the strengths of your services? What are the weaknesses of your services compared to everybody else in the industry from your client's perspective, not from your perspective? And you can work now on making your program even stronger. But it's really important that you understand that you might need to pivot. What worked a few years ago might not work now. So what you were doing, if you're just like, oh, it's on autopilot, yay, I don't have to touch it, you may actually have to go back and touch it, because when you're able to pivot, you're able to bring a stronger version. So Marketing with Intention, for example, has been my signature program for 3+ years. And I have evolved this program over those 3 years. The people who took my program 3+ years ago are getting a completely different program than the people who are in it right now. It's always getting better. It's always having things added to it. Right now, Marketing with Intention is the best version I have ever put out. And that's because I know how to pivot. But I want you to apply this to your program as well. You have to be able to solve the current problems that your audience needs today, right now. Not problems that they kind of need, not problems that they talked about before, and not really vague problems. We're talking about, what do they need right now? For example, this podcast episode. We are in recession mode. We're thinking as business owners, oh crap, it's recession time. So that's what I'm giving you. I'm giving you a podcast episode about recessions, because that's what my audience is thinking about today. It might not be what they're thinking about 2 years from now. It's not what they were thinking about 2 years ago. But if you're thinking about, oh my goodness, there's a recession coming, how can I run a business? Or is this a good time to get into a program? Then I'm giving you that answer right now today. So you need to pivot to be able to solve those current problems that they're having. And you better know how to get clients. And if you don't know how to get clients, you need to plug yourself into a program today that teaches you how to do that, because you will not last the recession if you don't know how to do that. So if you're interested in learning about how you can do that, I'm running a new group of Marketing with Intention, and you can go to marketingwithintention.com. You can watch a video about everything that's included there. We've dropped the price significantly because of the recession. And so now's your time to get in there and learn how to solve those problems, learn how to make that consistent revenue coming in, and get clients. It's really important that you know how to do that right now. Okay, the last few things I want to say about this is knowing that we are heading into a recession, or we technically might be in a recession right now. When you're doing your accounting, look around and see what you don't really need anymore. Get rid of software that you don't really use, and don't have that shiny object syndrome where you're buying one of everything from everyone that you're following, because you're not going to be able to deliver on every single thing that you're doing. So if you are downloading every course that you possibly can, and then you're also putting out every course that you possibly can, You're going to confuse your audience. You're going to water down your time and effort, and you're going to end up making no sales and spending your time in ineffective ways. Get plugged in to the right program that you need to get plugged into if you don't know how to bring clients in the door, and shut everything else out. Shut out all of the noise. And then when it comes to you creating your program and putting your program out there to the public, just stick to one program, because you're not going to be able to deliver an effective program times 3 different programs. You can't go all the way in on all of these different things. Right now, put all of your eggs in one basket, and that's the way that you are going to serve your clients best. So get rid of everything that you don't need, shut off all the noise, put the blinders on, and go at it. And the best thing you can do right now is create an action plan for your business, so that if your business were to slow down, you have the action steps to move forward and you know what to do. And that might include shutting off all of the noise. That might include having focused time to run your business every day. That might include reaching out to old leads. That might include paying down your debt so it doesn't stack up on you and get worse and worse. But instead of freaking out, like I said, I started with don't panic. I want you to get really laser focused, put the blinders on, and you will be fine. You will be the last one standing as long as you are serving your clients the best possible way that you can and over delivering. I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast at www.marketingtipswithmeliss.com.
Oh wait, before you go, I've got a super special invitation for you, so listen up. Join thousands of spiritual women, entrepreneurs, coaches, healers, and business owners in a cozy community to learn effective and aligned strategies to grow and scale your business through organic marketing and so much more. And for a limited time, when you join my free community, you will also get a free copy of my book, Abundance of Aligned Clients and Consistent Income. Join the Spiritual Women Entrepreneurs community at spiritualwomenentrepreneurs.com to claim all your free gifts. See you on the inside.